Manchester United booked a place in the FA Cup semi-finals with a dramatic 3-1 win over Fulham on Sunday evening. Erik ten Hag's side secured a second trip to Wembley and a last-four clash with Brighton and Hove Albion, but had to come from behind in somewhat ridiculous circumstances, Bruno Fernandes equalising from the penalty spot after Fulham received 3 red cards in 40 seconds. Willian was sent off for a handball on the line after a VAR check, with both Marco Silva and Aleksandar Mitrovic dismissed for their furious reaction towards referee Chris Kavanagh, Mitrovic in particular having to be restrained after pushing the official and seeming to square up to him. 2 minutes after Fernandes levelled the score, Marcel Sabitzer's improvised dink over Bernd Leno saw the tie turned on its head completely. And with the Cottagers 2 men and a manager down, space opened up in added time to Fernandes to add a third. Here are 5 things fans may have missed from United's dramatic 3-1 win over Fulham. Ten Hag's early frustration. Fulham were by far the better team during the opening exchanges, with United slow out of the blocks and lacking in quality on the ball. A lack of options to pass to in central midfield saw the Reds penned in down their right-hand side, with Ten Hag evidently frustrated at his side's inability to switch the play. The Dutchman was pointing over to that side on and off for some time as Marcus Rashford and Luke Shaw stood in space waiting for the switch. And Ten Hag was then barking out tactical orders during a break in play as he looked to get a tune out of his players in the first half. Cool as you like from De Gea. A slow start got many around Old Trafford feeling a little tense, and that unease was not helped when David De Gea and Lisandro Martinez came under pressure from Mitrovic. The Reds' goalkeeper was as cool as you like in bouncing Martinez' pass back to him first time as the Serbian closed in, to a chorus of gasps from those in the stands. De Gea has often been criticized for his quality in possession, and Ten Hag himself said he could not ignore the issue after the 4-1 win against Real Betis. But on this occasion, the 32-year-old was unflappable. Ten Hag and Antony in deep conversation with Fulham 1-0 up and United lacking any real quality. Ten Hag turned to his bench on the hour mark and picked out Antony. The Dutchman was spotted briefly barking instructions to his winger on the touchline, a sign he was far from happy with those on the pitch at the time. A focused Antony took it all in and undoubtedly made an impact after coming on, winning a free kick after some direct wing play on the right and geeing up the Old Trafford faithful, who reacted with a fervent cheer. Fulham change half their team after the chaotic spell that saw Fulham go from 1-0 up to 2-1 down, managerless and with 9 men on the pitch. Assistant coach Luis Boa Morte decided to make 4 changes. But with just 8 outfield players left on the field, the quadruple substitution meant half of their lineup changed in a scene that was reminiscent of the wholesale substitutions that come during friendlies. No love lost for former Red James. Welsh winger James was back at his old stomping ground in Old Trafford, having left United for Leeds back in 2021. And the diminutive wide man wasted no time in being introduced to Martinez, who duly clattered the on-loan Fulham forward in a 50-50 laid-on. There was a nicer moment after the final whistle, however, as James and former United teammate Fernandes shared a nice chat.